All right, so in the first video, I showed you how to really show the money. So Biden already has a 2025 budget on science and technology. And so we took this all, we copied it, we put it in ChatGPT. ChatGPT gave us a perfect summary in terms of what the opportunity and how much money was going to be allocated towards it. And now we need to go in and say, let's use this information to be able to build a strategy on a particular department. I'm just going to show you guys how I think through this using ChatGPT is like just a thought partner to be able to put out all of my ideas so then I can work through an execution strategy on it. So we had those budget allocations. I put them in there. I will say one note that I want to talk about that I did that's important as well is I went in Perplexity and I asked Perplexity Trump on government efficiency because there's a new department called the with Elon Musk and then Vivek Ramaswamy who are going to oversee Department of Doge. It's like Dogecoin. But anyway, I took this information, right? And I put this in terms of what it's going to be, what is it, because that's going to have an impact on which way the money's going to flow. And so I just want to get an idea. I just want to see if I can cross pollinate some ideas so that I can then work through and think about what an executionable strategy or actionable opportunities will be from this. And so I asked ChatGPT exactly that. What could be the actionable opportunities that exist for me? I'm in workforce development and AI literacy, and then also in research, right? I want to be able to research more. I want to be able to implement and do training and literacy around artificial intelligence. So this is my angle. But if you got your own angle, you can align it. I just want to show you what that looks like. And so we know that the federal R&D and basic applied research has funds allocated, 202 billion and 99 billion. So this could be look at generative AI applications and AI training and upskilling contracts. And so this is good because we already know that there was a memorandum of national security put out around artificial intelligence. And one of those things that was importantly earmarked was AI training and upskilling. And so we know that there's going to be opportunities around AI upskilling and training, that some of this stuff is bipartisan, right? When we start talking about, especially when we start talking about things that benefit the working class, that both administrations, both Republicans and Democrats want to talk about what they do for the working class, right? And so AI training and upskilling. We also have the artificial intelligence specific research funding. So in the last video, we talked about the NIH and the NSF. The NSF in particular is around researchers, right? Those who are doing research. So you see a lot of educational institutions get notice of fundings for NSF or just general research, right? There's going to be opportunities for those of you who do research. Actually, this year, there were opportunities to do research around artificial intelligence and its impact inside of K through 12. And just in general, large language models and generative AI, there's not a lot of research out there. They've only been out for 2 years now. ChatGPT's been 2 years. So large language models, there's a push to figure out how do these things impact us in the workforce, in the school system, in healthcare. And so this is where you're going to be looking for your specific research funding and opportunity. So if you're a sociologist, right, that is a big opportunity for how the intersection between technology and culture and society, right, and being able to see those intersections for how it's going to impact us. Big opportunity. DARPA, 310 million. So for me, the AI Forward initiative, right? This presents opportunities for cybersecurity and ethical AI startups. I think personally that cybersecurity is going to have the biggest explosion. Maybe manufacturing, like if you're in smart manufacturing, if you create technologies around smart manufacturing, there's going to be big opportunities, but definitely in cybersecurity. We're looking at that through DARPA, the CHIPS and Science Funding Act. And so there was a lot of opportunities this year from the Department of Energy around the CHIPS, especially around digital twins technology and semiconductor. We saw semiconductor facilities and plants, billions of dollars being spent in building semiconductor plants and innovations in the way we can do smart manufacturing. And so lots of opportunity, $20 billion in funding on that. Emerging technologies for practical AI applications and tech translations, high performance computing, workforce displacement and health initiative. This is also, I think, is going to be a very big one. We have cancer moonshot, and then we have veterans, mental health research, and how we can use artificial intelligence to be able to enhance therapeutic and health services. major funding opportunities that exist in here. Department of Defense, again, there's cybersecurity and quantum AI. I think, again, cybersecurity, again, if you're a cybersecurity company and you need help with strategy around how to go about funding, right? Putting together funding, especially using large language models to help facilitate some of the funding and grant applying process, right? Like this could be an opportunity. Training and defense related to AI, clean energy and climate research, right? This is where I don't know, I'm not sure, because you have somebody like Elon who is into clean energy, but then also you have Trump's an oil guy, and we'll see. Clean energy, there's going to be a lot. I think also the Democratic Party and what they're going to be pushing in terms of quid pro quo. How can we get bills passed? Like, can we get a clean energy bill that has these aspects of it, right? There's also, if there's going to be an AI training for sustainability, right? So if you're in green construction, green infrastructure, I think that is also. And so our big takeaways, just from a standpoint of what ChatGPT has talked about with us and how we've kind of co-created this thinking, that cybersecurity and responsible AI, bipartisanship, demand for AI literacy and workforce development, right? Big key things that I'm going to be looking at, right? And so this is where now, I guess the third video, I don't have a third video, but the third video would be, okay, how do we then build up the lead generation source for these opportunities, right? How do we set up a system to be able to monitor when these opportunities are going to present themselves? The notice of funding, the government RFQs or RFPs off sam.gov. And so this is kind of how I would shape, okay, let's build something that allows us to be able to get a flow of when these opportunities may be presenting themselves. And so, yeah, man, I hope you guys, hope this is really helpful, just how you can use uh, AI to just flesh out thoughts and develop strategy and opportunity around this.